Spider-Man's anti-venom suit is kind of a heated topic. Some people love it, some people hate it. I was once in the anti-venom crowd. Back in the day, I made this video citing how much I didn't like this suit's presence in Spider-Man 2 and why I thought it was unnecessary. It's not the best video in the world, but a lot of my points still hold up. However, even though I haven't changed my mind on how much this suit makes Peter's arc completely pointless, I have changed my mind on one thing: the suit overall. Not only its design, but also its potential. Clearly they committed to this for a reason, and I think that reason is to let Spidey keep his freaky parasite in the next game. At least, I hope they do. And I'm gonna tell you why. But first, what is the anti-venom suit, and why is it dumb in the first place? Well, after Spider-Man went through his symbiote arc, he was being overrun by symbiotes, so Brooklyn Spider-Man and Mr. Negative went into his mind, and he came out with this. Essentially, it's the black suit, but without any of its drawbacks. You can probably see where I'm going with this. A big part of that arc for Peter was letting go of that power for the greater good. It was an exchange of sorts. But now he just gets all that power back, so there's no sacrifice. There's no giving up something you want for the safety of everyone else. That's what this story is all about, right? I mean, there's other themes, of course, but that's the one that always stuck out to me. And now it's gone, so what was even the point of the symbiote story anyway? Anywho, let's go over the suit's design from a more level-headed perspective. The suit is white and slimy. Anyway, the first thing you'll probably notice is the big eyes. Everyone always calls them McFarlane eyes, but I think you're just blind. These and the McFarlane eyes don't share a single characteristic. You could say the bottom rims are thick just like them, but it's only because it branches out into a little spike, so it's still not even the same thing. The Todd McFarlane lenses are more capital D-shaped, whereas these look more like the Raimi lenses than anything else. Regardless of comparison, these lenses look super great, and they're some of the best Spider-Man lenses I've seen in a really long time. This suit would not be nearly as good without them. Now, as we move down the chest, we see a pretty decent looking spider emblem. I know most people really like this emblem, but I don't. Not that much anyway. I just think it's too uniform. The bottom legs just go straight down, and I feel like if there were some curves added, it would not only complement Spider-Man's V-taper better, but it would also look more dynamic. Here's a mock-up I created to show you how that would look. Much better in my opinion. But it's not so bad, it's just lingering in the back of my mind that this spider looks so stiff. I also think the chelicerae could be much bigger. I don't really have an explanation for why, I just think it would look cooler. As we move down the suit, you'll also notice these random black parts that kind of just come out of nowhere. I'm glad they're here since they do help to balance the black sections nicely, but not enough. The arms have this big black thing that wraps around the underside of the arm. It looks a little off when the legs just have this little patch below the waist. It's weird and it doesn't really look right, but if it looked a little more like this, that would help to make the distribution between the black and the white a lot more even. At least they made the soles black. I'll always be a colored Spider-Man soul truther. But yeah, this suit is pretty good. I like it. It's not some mastery of character design or anything, but it's a lot better than I gave it credit for in that old video. I guess I've had more time to sit with it. Unironically, I really like the texture. I know it looks weird, okay? The jokes write themselves, but I love the way it reflects light. It just looks so cool. Anyway, yeah, the suit is nice. I want the Funko Pop. If Funko doesn't, like, go down under or something. Please don't go out of business. There's still so many overpriced mass-produced plastic posters they need to make. Do you remember the last time they made a Doomslayer pop? I'll be right back. Okay, for real, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this here video. Spider-Man 3 is going to feature 3 of these little freaks: Peter, Cindy, and Miles. Miles has his electric powers and stealth, and Cindy will probably have web constructs, or just more web-based attacks than the other two, seeing as how that's kind of her thing. So what will Peter have? The stupid iron arms? No! If they keep anti-venom, they could make Peter like a brawler type character. Bear with me, okay, but this could be just like Sonic Heroes, where every character has a certain type that their moveset conforms to. Think of it like this: Miles could be a stealth type, where his moveset relies heavily on that. Cindy could be speed focused, and Peter will be more of the power type. His combat would be more brutal than the other two. Not lethal, but with more visual sauce. I think by this point, having 3 spider people is kind of a dumb idea if you don't do something like this. I think it would be fun to decide which character is best for each job. It gives you a reason to play one over the other. While we're on the topic, I think the combat in these games needs a major rework. I think for a Spider-Man game, the combat is good, but it's so incredibly simple, and by the 4th game in the series, it's no doubt going to become stale. If they add new moves and whatnot, it'll be cool, sure, but at the end of the day, this combat system doesn't really encourage any cool, fun combos or reward you for being flashy and mixing things up in any meaningful way. You're just attacking and dodging over and over again. Credit where it's due, okay, I think the parry mechanic was awesome. I love parries. But we need more so that the system doesn't feel repetitive. I'm not asking for Devil May Cry, okay, but like something more acrobatic and combo based would be fun. Just saying. So to answer the question of why should Peter keep the anti-venom suit, I say it would differentiate him from the other spider people in a meaningful way and also allow for some really cool gameplay mechanics. Also, since they redesign these suits every time they appear, they could very easily turn this suit into Peak. But anyway, that's kind of all I have to say in the matter. 16-year-old Roman was an idiot. I am significantly smarter. You know the drill, go check out my merch store, check out my super cool book. I got a second one dropping real soon that is literally my greatest creation, so be hyped for that. And subscribe if you want to hear me talk about this stupid red and blue guy that makes me so angry all the time. I like talking about other stuff too, like Sonic and Doom.
I love you.
I will see you in the next one, and God bless. Thank you to all my super cool and super awesome sauce members. We got Simply Spider-Man, Jordan Peavy, Mikio Montoya, Supersonic Mega, The Superior SP, and Blue Spider 1022. Thanks for supporting me, y'all. I really appreciate it, and it helps me out a lot. Okay, see ya.